This is the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Silly Talk. Ministry of Silly Talk.
This is the Ministry.
This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk. This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk.
Thank you for listening to my Daddy's Stupid Podcast. And remember, his head is full of doo-doo, so don't listen to anything he says.
That's very funny.
And we're back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Ministry of Silly Talk podcast. I'm Graham.
I'm Josh.
And Josh has some very important things to tell you people.
Well, if you would like, comment, subscribe on everything, mostly YouTube, then more people would see us, and more people have been seeing us.
That is true. There's been a slight uptick. I don't want to get excited.
Yeah, but hey, whatever's
we'll
going on, we'll take it. And
we're seeing you guys watching at increasing numbers. You know what I need you to do, though? I just need one more favor, and we appreciate every single one of you. You go over to the thumb button and you click that.
you just hit that like.
Yeah, you just hit that like, and if you're not, hit subscribe. And we've been begging you to dial 847-665-9238 since the beginning of time. I started doing it way before Josh was here doing it. Been telling you 847-665-9238. It's always been the number, always will be the number. You hit that up. But I do want to remind you that you can text it, but that leads into me saying I'd love for you to comment on the YouTube videos. But if that is as difficult as texting is for you people, I understand why you can't get it done.
No.
And yes, I am being passive-aggressive with the audience.
But no, if you were to dial 847-665-9238, then, we could engage with you, our audience. You got to have a weird friend, family member, cousin, somebody.
You got
Tell
something
them to
going
dial. 847-665-9238.
Ladies,
Don't let them know it's a podcast.
Ladies, give that out as a fake number at the bar.
Please.
And I want to hear these dudes. I want to see their texts to you. Because nobody calls either, so it'll be forever before they ever
Put this
hear
as
that
your
the
phone
voicemail.
number on Tinder. What I mean? We don't
Put it
care.
out there.
Get it out
Put
there.
it out there. Write it on a bathroom wall, folks.
We were
right there.
I was about to say the next time you're at a bar, you whip out that Sharpie.
Yep.
And put up 847-665-9238. And any description you want to put before or after that phone number is welcome.
Use your imagination.
As weird as you want.
Please.
Yeah.
The weirder the better. Hey, this is episode 10 of this show. If you've been here for long enough, you know what we'll appreciate. You get it in. You do that thing.
Do it.
You know what I mean?
And I'm going to take my own advice and start going to bars maybe tonight and writing in the stalls.
Hey, listen.
847-665-9238.
It's you're riding down the highway, you're coming back from vacation or something, and you happen to stop into a truck stop, and you notice you have a Sharpie in your pocket. 847-665-9238. Love to hear from involuntary lonely truckers.
Oh,
could it get better?
Incredible content. And this is going to be for you guys.
I know. Don't you guys want this as badly as we do?
This is for you guys.
Yeah.
Man.
This is all of us. We're a family here.
We're in the ministry here, and we're just trying to get silly talk going.
Yeah, you have a family member that's cuckoo bananas, and you don't want them to call you. Have them call us.
If you could
have them call us.
If you could forward their text to 847-665-9238. You got a ridiculous BM? You want to not get her text anymore? Don't block her. Just route them on over to 847-665-9238.
You forward those right over to us, and
we will take care of all your problems.
Yeah, or create new ones, but she won't be able to get a hold of you. She'll only be talking to us here at the Ministry of Silly Talk podcast at 847-665-9238. Just letting you guys know, there's you don't even I'm giving you myriad options we've come up with here.
Ample opportunity to be involved in the show.
Do something with that phone number.
Please.
That's it. That's the message. Do something with it. Let's get it cracking here. But also, if you want, you can just text or call that number, and it's 847-665-9238. Last week, barn burner, really.
Yeah, I think we did it.
Yeah, and all week. If you missed last week's episode, you must go back. That was it's the most laborious podcasting I've done in a very long time. is what we did there 2 episodes in a row, building the bracket and then breaking the bracket down.
That was the most mentally engaged I had been in something that did not end in someone paying an invoice in a long time.
No, it was an emotional roller coaster from the first episode, the whole week in between, and then that episode. I am so blown away at how okay I was with the outcome, though. I was sure I would be left disappointed in some way.
I almost called what was going to happen to me in my mind. I knew that it was going to be a grouping, but we were going to have to pick.
Yeah.
It was going to be a grouping versus a grouping, and we are going to have to pick the one.
Of course. And
what was crazy is the one got beat on way. But at the end of the day.
Hey, it lost versus a catalog, but when the teams met in the final match, there can be one MVP. And carrying all of that was that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's almost like...
Because Eddie Murphy wouldn't have beaten Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? But it was difficult to give Trading Places away to Jim Carrey's whole catalog.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You looked at me like you didn't want us to reveal it, like we keep it a secret so they have to listen to that other episode.
No, it's not.
Because I can make it that way.
No.
Okay, I'll bleep it out.
No,
but
not at
I just
all.
wanted to say that if we're all enjoying ourselves.
It's like Eddie Murphy. He just had to be in the finals, and then when you start looking at the whole thing, he's the number one comedy movie
guy.
I mean, it's just. And then you start, if you really want to think about it hard, you can say, oh, his career went downhill. No, he just started printing money making children's movies.
Right, he was in Shrek.
Yeah, but he just started printing money.
Yeah.
Making the least possible resistance.
Yeah, path of least resistance.
Yes, thank you.
And to his credit, he's really good in all those Shrek movies.
Those Dr. Doolittle's and whatnot.
Oh, all of those too. Yeah, I didn't
those
even think
are
about that. Yeah, no, but those are quality. That's quality stuff.
Those are okay to watch with your kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a funny movie. Like it's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and you get Eddie Murphy, and they get something that they like.
They get whatever it is that they're into.
Yeah, but mostly what everybody is into is Eddie Murphy. Bowfinger in the last week came up, highly underrated film.
Yeah, well,
I completely forgot about it.
His aptitude at the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm a pony. I mean.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he did Richard Simmons.
Yeah, the Barbers and I'm Coming to America. You know what I mean? Like, all of those characters. Incredible. And the movie that we landed on, personally, it brought elements of all the stuff that we like. And
it connects everything.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd, which is his own explosion of amazing stuff coming in behind him. Eddie Murphy, the writing in that movie, the fact that it also crosses over to Coming to America, where the Dukes are bums and they get the money, and there's
the SNL connection.
It touches almost everything. Yeah. No, we did good. It was my biggest concern last week that we were going to come up with an ending of some kind that
I didn't want to settle.
Yeah, I really had a bad feeling that we were going to come up with an ending where it just didn't hit. But Trading Places being in that format, coming out as the greatest comedy film of all time, I have no complaints.
Yeah,
I have no complaints.
Especially to be the age that we are now. There, people that are 10, 15 years younger than us that may not be on their radar.
Yeah, you may, and you may have a differing opinion, but
yeah.
I guarantee you, if you back to back whatever it is you're thinking to Trading Places eats it alive. And that's the other thing, too, I thought about the pick, is that there's so many of them that are in there that are properly just like nostalgia picks of like our era. They're classic comedy movies, but you watched them growing up. Trading Places, there's a few of them on there, but Trading Places being like one of the oldest of the movies on the list outside of like the Peter Sellers stuff, it has never waned in how funny I think it is from when I was young to now. It's
What's
funny
crazy
every
about
time.
that movie is it was made in 1982.
Yeah.
That movie is 42 years old. And you could make that movie right now and change nothing but the year and the phones.
Right. Yeah, the phones they're using.
The year and the phones. But you could still make that exact movie almost down to the letter on that script. Because it's just a basic story. You know what I mean? But they do it so well.
Definitely.
It's a Christmas movie and a New Year's movie. I mean,
we talked about that.
The
yeah.
redemption.
It's also a Hollywood. It's also a holiday movie, man. It's also a Christmas movie.
We've already got 2.5 hours of this.
Sorry.
Content, but yeah.
It deserved a little. It deserved a little bit of shine, and also.
Pat our backs a little bit.
But we just take some time here to give ourselves some credit. Because again, that was going to be my biggest concern with that movie, was that was going to cause a significant issue in being unsatisfactory. But it was great. And if you haven't seen it, go see it.
No one that I've spoken to could argue a different.
Same.
When I told them, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
Especially understanding that basically every film in history was included in that list, be it by itself or more than likely as a compilation.
Yeah, I mean, it was 7 degrees of every goddamn movie ever made.
Yeah. No, everybody who's ever been in a funny movie
was represented.
Was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because even that was like, I was thinking about other ones, and I was like, you know what? Like, nothing I've thought about this week to me threw any of that into turmoil as far as what the outcome was.
No.
You know what I mean? I didn't just all of a sudden remember a movie and go, well, but no, it wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have won.
Wouldn't have won.
No. Yeah, could it have won in the first round?
Yeah, maybe. At the first round was the first round.
It was a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, it was a great tournament, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. But yes,
as the word, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And that was a movie.
That was going there. I thought that was going to be in the finals at least.
Especially the two of us.
Yeah.
It crossed my mind several times. I was like, Lebowski probably walks away with it. But
then you really start thinking about it.
And once you're on the court playing the game, you know what I mean? You're laced up the shoes. You're out there in front of the lights. What really counts? What really, really counts?
Buckets. Eddie's got buckets.
Laughs on laughs. Exactly. Eddie gets buckets.
It gets wet in this motherfucker.
Tremendous.
Edward.
Yeah, no, Edward gets buckets, and there's you can't walk it away from there. But so this week we're back. Josh has a soundboard this week. It's going to open up a whole new world. I think that this is something that,
but my computer screen goes to sleep so quick. I got to put the code in, and like my timing is,
Yeah, Josh, not the computer guru, but he's making it work, and I appreciate his efforts, because it is over the time. Look, we've worked on this to this point, and over time you'll get better dancing around on your soundboard, and it'll start clicking, and eventually we'll end up with an episode where it's just soundboard. You know what I'm saying? That's how you fill time, because that's
just an old penitentiary trick.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
that goes for cocksuckers and retards.
See, we both have it now. And if Josh doesn't use it right,
so kind of like fuck yourself.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Hell yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know, something about being gay.
You can act like a man.
Oh boy.
Stupid fucking game.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cooler, smellier,
but better off for it.
All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me. I didn't expect it to come online so fast.
It's high quality shit.
So good stuff.
That's a good piece of business. Right there.
The French.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can do a facial now without a mask.
Hey, shut up. This guy's playing the hits.
Fuck Randy's gun. It's full of dirty old cheeseburgers.
That's a hit. That's such a hit. The first time I saw Bubbles do that, I almost relieved myself into my underpants. I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, the fact that Bubbles is somebody that he can fuck with.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah. Oh. Yeah, they're all going off that dirty old swish. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. We're kind of at a point where we could take a break if you want. Yeah,
I think that's fine.
I don't know. Everybody's sitting around now like,
I'm just back off, man. I'm a scientist. Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
we'll be right back.
Oh, hi. I'm famous actress Poopy Pants Sweetie, and I'm here to tell you about today's sponsor. This episode of the Ministry of Silly Talk podcast is brought to you by Fire. Fire. It's like water, but it's fire. Drink fire.
Drink fire! Drink fire! Drink fire! Drink fire! Drink.
And we're back. So something popped up while we were on the break. I had some other stuff I wanted to talk. Dang it.
okay.
I did mention we both have soundboards. No, that's fine, because everyone else who's ever podcasted with me has had to deal with random soundboard outbursts. This is our podcast now. You should have...
I should be able to fart whenever I like.
Yeah, you should have a fart. I mean, listen, were I in charge of this operation, there would be no point where I would be like, no fart sounds.
No, fart
and
sounds
I'm not,
good.
so we're having a good time here. And welcome back. This came up over the break, though. And I don't want to lose track of this.
No, because this is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, so we were discussing, I was saying that there's like movies where I don't understand, where I've misheard lines for my whole life, and we both, obviously, it goes to music lyrics first.
And I'm notorious for this. I know my dad and my brothers probably know this about me, and my wife definitely knows this, and so do my children probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will aggressively sing lyrics that are absolutely wrong.
Yeah, and really, and innocently. I really think...
Oh, and I mean, for years have thought that was the words and didn't even think about them in this particular song we're talking about. And this is the song I brought up to him.
You don't even consider that it doesn't make any sense. No. But yeah, so you mentioned you have a story about this song. You want? I'll play a little bit of it. I think people will know what it is. So that is a song a lot of people may know is AC/DC, Dirty Deeds. You take it away, because...
So I thought, and I remember me and my dad were on a road trip from Kentucky down to Middle Georgia, where my grandparents lived at the time. I lived in Kentucky, so it's several hours. It's me and my dad were listening to classic rock radio.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, and this song's blasting, and I'm singing away, maybe 12 years old, and I'm singing Dirty Deeds and the Dunderchief.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the words, and I thought that. And my dad, he turns the volume down. He looks at me. He says, "What did you say?" And I said, "Dirty Deeds and the Dunderchief. Could you please turn it back up?"
Yeah,
and
I'm listening to my song about Dunderchief.
He said, "Okay, what is a Dunderchief?" And I did not know.
No, well, and in those instances, when you mishear things, sometimes you just think, "Hey, it's songwriting." Maybe I just
don't. A rock star. I'm 12.
Maybe I don't get it. I don't understand what they're saying, which made me perk up because this was way after I was 12. I was in the United States Air Force and was in a hangar next to ours, and there was a bunch of work going on in there, and they were playing music in the hangar, and they were playing this song, which I had heard many, many times before. Complete transparency, I was never a huge AC/DC guy. Like, there was stuff they liked, and I know, and people feel like that's sacrilege, but it
each his own. I mean,
it wasn't my bag. There was something obnoxious about the voice, which I know which I do recognize as an iconic rock and roll voice. Wasn't my cup of tea. I digress. So you thought it was Dirty Deeds and the Dunderchief, right? I had basically none of the words right except for the conjunctions, because I thought the words were 30 Thieves and the Dunderchief. 30 Thieves and the Dunderchief. I don't know. I thought it was like some kind of Spinal Tap thing, because some classic rock is like weirdly about like druids and stuff,
or to be about a like the Lord of the Rings,
right? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
like they would talk about fanciful things. You would get like massive rock songs that were about elves and shit. So I just maybe assumed that's where
Steely Dan.
Yeah, and there's Alibaba and the 30 Thieves was a thing. So I thought that he was saying 30 Thieves and the Dunderchief, and he even says it context of the song fits that. It would, right?
30 Thieves.
I'm the Dunderchief, and I've got the 30 Thieves.
And we're doing Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, we get nasty with it. I literally did not know the name of the song or the words, and I got none of the chorus correct. Not one word of that is right.
The actual name of the song is Dirty Deeds,
Dunderchief.
And I thought...
You got Dirty Deeds, though. I got to give you credit for that. This is like if we both got a math problem wrong, and I'm like, yeah, you got the first half, though. And it's literally just listening to words being spoken in English. Like Andy's just talking. There's a part of it where he just talks.
They chant slowly. Yeah, go back 12 seconds.
Oh, no, here we go. It still sounds like Dunderchief to me. It doesn't sound like 30 Thieves and the Dunderchief there when he says it.
Now that you've said
it. One more. I mean, come on.
No, you were closer than I was.
And you were half right. And I was completely wrong.
And then I made up like 2 words.
Dunderchief. There was Dunder is in there. That's not Dunderchief. The word he's saying Dunder's at some point in there. Dunder. But the Dunderchief thing, actually, no, I think may have legs. I think I'm right about that. I think that's what that guy was saying.
Yeah, he's dead now, so.
Prank caller.
He died in 1980.
Yeah, that's probably true, yeah. I don't know. Again, not a huge AC/DC
Bon
guy.
Scott's his name.
He says 30 Thieves in the Dunderchief. But anyway, I did... Oh, we definitely needed to get into that. Because I was on the front porch about to cry. This episode is really come off.
A little all over the place.
I like it, though. This is where we should be, man. This is where we should be striving for. All right. I think we've earned ourselves a tiny bit of respite, which you're actually not going to get. But, in previous episodes, we've done a little bit of employee training. I think, we've put in a last couple of weeks of real,
homegrown content.
Yeah, well, and we really just, we went all in. Yeah. It was emotional. It was involved a lot of ins and outs, and I just think that we've earned ourselves another employee training video, us and the listeners.
Well, also, just real quick, Blockbuster and the whole video store thing was huge when we were young. That was an every weekend deal. Renting video games from there, movies, obviously. I worked at a video store for a small amount of time.
It's where you went to get movies. And I don't know about you, but where I grew up, it was like there would be like a Blockbuster, And then there would be like a neighborhood video store where you could get like cool shit. Like that's where you saw like Clerks and CYK and like,
that's where
weird
I worked
foreign
at a place
films.
called Elmo's Video.
The Professional, like those are the movies you got from there. You could go get your Blockbusters from the other spot.
You got Die Hard from Blockbuster.
Yeah, and their old movie selection is all just like top grossing blockbuster movies. But yeah, no, I do. I spent a lot of time. It was called Video Adventure in Evanston was one.
You guys probably had cooler video stores. I mean, because I lived in suburban places. You know what I mean? So
well, and we had a lot of like skate shops and like proper like mom and pop record stores, and all of those places would have like VHS. That was the not to overly age myself, but the precursor to Jackass was Camp Kill Yourself. And you could get 1 and 2 in a bundle, and it came in like a package where it was like banned in 19 countries, and you could see CKY2K or whatever, and just all manner of things like that, like weird foreign films.
I didn't hear about CKY until
Kids was a movie you couldn't get at Blockbuster.
Yeah, and I remember Kids. That was a
yeah.
gnarly movie.
It is. Well, the problem is when we all discovered it, it was like our dream summer. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Like us running around where there was a lot of sort of kids-esque behavior in those days. But yeah, going to get movies was
huge.
You appreciated movies more then too, because you had to go to the store, you had to rent it, you had to get it home, and you had to watch it. So sometimes you had to watch a movie that stunk a couple times to try to watch it. But that's also how we end up with a list of
300 movies
from last week, and we talked about it in the episode where we made the bracket. I'm like, when did I have the time in my life to have watched all these movies? It was because you rented a movie, and if it was awesome, you just like watched it as many times as you could until you had to return it.
And also, I feel like, and we've talked about this a little bit before on one of the pods that we've done, but I feel like now there's so much option.
Yeah.
It's just diluted the pool for everything creative. I feel like music's gone downhill, movies and TV have gone downhill because of that.
It derails it in some respects.
Yeah.
It makes it more difficult to find good stuff too, as there's so much.
Yeah,
but,
so much. And there's also like less gatekeeping, and gatekeeping's not a good thing, but also there's a reason that it exists.
It did exist for a while, but the internet did beat it too, which is, whatever. We are where we are. You know what's good content?
Blockbuster University.
Ministry of Silly Talk showing you about Blockbuster University.
Blockbuster.
Fixes.
Blockbuster.
Gonna need some more room for them fixes. And a goddamn spoonhead. I don't know if we've shown that on the podcast. We're going to show it right now. I forgot about that. I've been showing this to people like crazy. But
so while he's looking it up, I'll try to set it up for you.
Set it up for me, sir.
So there's a world famous athlete by the name of Patrick Mahomes, who's got a kind of unique Southern accent a little bit. And then there's another actor named Danny McBride who does a character named Kenny Powers, who is pretty hilarious. And this is kind of a super cut of those two speaking in one sentence, but it's both of them.
Right, yeah, it's them all saying the same things. And if you don't know who Patrick Mahomes is,
or Kenny Powers, then you're probably listening to the wrong podcast.
Fair.
Started off, they actually threw a nice party for us at the hotel. The Chainsmokers came through, DJ Khaled came through. I had the goddamn Spoon Man from the Soundgarden videos coming to my shit.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Talking 6 grills burning at all times. Tiki torches, 3 whole pigs. Talking 6 grills burning to my shit. Through, I had the goddamn Spoon Man from the Soundgarden videos coming to my hotel. The Chainsmokers came through. DJ Khaled came through.
Seamless, bro.
I had the goddamn Spoon Man from the Soundgarden videos coming to my shit.
Never cut that. God bless you. TikTok at pegleg91greg is at least who posted that. Good Lord, that's funny. Goddamn Spoon Man.
I had 6 grills burned out. The logistics behind that alone, dude.
Oh, man. All right. We need to, I don't need to do anything, but this should sail us right on in. So I do want to give you a heads up on this Blockbuster training video. Blockbuster University put some chop into this. This is like this training video has ins and outs, like a little bit of a plot line, like the people, and just to, so I don't interrupt, she's being trained by like a ghost in the TVs who's like weird and creepy. You'll have to see it. You couldn't make this today, as they say.
Oh, okay.
You hear it okay?
I like that beat, yeah. I love the tucked in shirt with no belt.
Well, yeah, those pants had a elastic situation. So here she goes. So this is the protagonist.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hi, Mrs. Harris. I didn't see you come in. I haven't seen you in a week or so. Have you been out of town or something?
Oh, no. Our VCR was just in for repairs again. It was awful. Can you imagine trying to make conversation with Mr. Harris? Well, anyway, it's back now.
Good. You know, we have a lot of different movies you might not have seen before. Can I help you find anything in particular?
Oh, thanks. I'll just look around. I'm sure I'll find something.
So now she's going to be admonished by her trainer. For some reason...
That was no good.
That was an unsatisfactory... He's really rough on her about her interactions with customers.
Okay. Because
Did you see anything wrong with that?
I think she was getting a little too into Mrs. Johnson's business.
Yeah, well...
But I don't know if she needs to be admonished for that.
No, and I don't think that doesn't necessarily affect the sales aspect of it either. You'll see.
Okay.
But what I get what you're saying, yeah, like that to me...
That would be the only thing I had.
To me, my concern is that she's bothering me too much.
Yeah.
Buster Sales, the guy who lives in the TV, is about to make an appearance.
Yo, Marie! Hey, let's wake up.
Oh, who are you?
The name's Buster. Buster Sales.
Our trailer tape must have jammed.
I am no tape. See?
Oh, the money. Hey! And on video cassette.
Only you can see me.
Well, what are you doing here?
I am a professional opportunist.
That doesn't sound very nice.
We getting creepy here. He's talking to this young woman and says he's a professional opportunist.
And she also has pleated pants.
Well, yeah, man. Give her credit. The time is the time.
I'm just saying, he's trying to be opportunistic, and she has pleated pants.
Yeah, well, you all know what they say about... Whatever.
No, not that kind
I had
of
nothing.
opportunist. You see,
I was really curious. What did they say? What do they say?
They don't
I
say
find people who
anything.
need help, and I help them. And clearly, you need some help, especially with finding opportunities.
I know an opportunity when I see it.
Sure. Like the time Mrs. Harris's son, Brian, asked you out. And you turned him down to go to Jane Allworth's stupid slumber party.
Shh, not so loud. God, his mother is right over there.
What did he
And
just
anyway,
say?
how...
He was just reminding her that at one point, before we've met any of these people, she turned down an opportunity to go out with some guy who is the lady she was talking
Mrs.
to.
Harris, yes.
Yeah, that's her son. And she turned down going out with this dude to go to her friend's sleepover, and he's admonishing her for that.
He knows that one. Two brought it up.
And we're 2 minutes into this video that's supposed to be about training you to sell.
They were the biggest video company in these streets.
Literally, but showing loads of young women like this, that their age, like, you should be good at selling videos and banging.
was I supposed to know you were that friend of Tyler's?
Banging Mrs. Harris's son.
Yeah.
And the tickets to the Bon Jovi concert.
I don't want to discuss that.
Don't worry, she can't hear us.
She can't hear us. You can only hear me. And here's a bunch of creepy things about your life that I know.
He's bringing up tickets to the Bon Jovi concert?
Nobody in the process of making this thought this was weird or unfunny.
And it's a good thing.
And this isn't cheap in this era to make.
There's no way.
Last week you had an opportunity to rent
silk
Mrs.
shirt
Harris
had
a
to be
Blockbuster
$300.
VCP.
Oh, while hers was being fixed? Yeah, but she doesn't need one now. She needed one last week.
So, you had an opportunity to tell her about your rental units 2 weeks ago. Then she'd have known she could rent a VCP from Blockbuster when she needed one.
Yeah, well, I could go tell her now.
Good idea. Oh, and ask her how Brian's doing while you're at it. You might still have a chance with him. We'll talk more about
This is creeping you out.
No
right?
way, dude.
Yeah. No, this is insanely creepy.
This is bad. Ask how Brian's
Oh, Mrs.
doing?
Harris? I wanted to remind you.
Burned her on that too. Like one of your greatest failures
is the Brian.
Is the Brian?
You went and hung out with your friends instead of fucking Mrs. Harris's son
yeah.
named Brian.
What is
wrong?
We have an arranged marriage prepared for you in the TV where only you can
Brian
hear me.
is on the
You
way.
better put it together right now.
Yeah, we have video cassette players for rent. So if you ever have to put yours in for repair again, you can just stop in here and pick one up.
Well, good. I'm glad to know that.
I don't want to
I'll
spoil
do
it
that
for
next
you,
time.
but everything she does
well,
is wrong.
as usual,
too.
you're out of the
He
new
pops
releases
up
I wanted.
I'm sorry. What movie did you want?
Well, actually, I wanted to see Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October, but you're out.
Well, I'm sure we have some copies coming in later today. And we probably have some other Sean Connery movies. By the way, how's Brian?
Oh, he's fine. Actually, I thought he might be meeting me here. He has some friends coming over tomorrow night, and I guess he's counting on Mom's delivery service to pick out the music videos. Will you help me here? What do you think I should pick out?
That doesn't seem familiar.
No, I don't think this one.
No?
Yeah, I think I'd go with those two, plus this one. Well, tell Brian I said hi.
Okay.
And I'll see you when you bring those back.
I'm really upset with the dude in the TV every time I see this.
Dude, the fact that...
Get into that microphone.
The fact that Brian ever came up. The fact that he knows about Brian.
And it has... You just got here. I know. You just showed up here in this Blockbuster, and I've been here a bunch of times. That guy in the TV doesn't let up on the Brian situation.
He keeps on with the Brian.
It's the most important thing in this young girl's life. It apparently is more important than her being good at selling videotapes. And what's more important than her selling videotapes is that guy is constantly dunking on her.
And you think you can spot an opportunity?
Now what? I told her about the VCP rentals, and I helped her pick...
Her reaction to this poltergeist in the TV is not appropriate either. She should be freaking out, but now this second time he's talked to her, and she's like, you again.
They're very comfortable, so if Brian
that's
isn't
fine.
available.
But didn't you miss something?
What? Like a chance to meet Brian?
No. Look at it this way. You have Sean Connery. You add Mrs. Harris's interest. And what do you get? You get more rentals and a happy customer.
I told her we had other Connery movies.
But can you name one? Could you have placed the Connery tape in Mrs. Harris's hand?
I guess so, but sometimes I forget the titles.
Look at it this way. There's 3 basic steps. Remember to listen to your customers, because they're giving you clues about their needs.
He is talking to her, though, like she's 5.
Yeah.
But also, you are training employees, credit where credit's due.
Second, think how Blockbuster can solve those needs. And third...
I learned to think at Blockbuster University.
Act with good customer service. Get the picture? Look at this list of 50 best videos and commit them to memory.
Her manager's like, where the fuck did you get that book? And she's like, it came out of the TV. Where's Brian?
When she goes to the comedy section, I actually got from the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Yeah, well, this was definitely, you could have rented a copy of Trading Places, the greatest film of all time. The single greatest comedy made film of all time. If you don't like it, do your own podcast, and I bet you're wrong.
To know popular actors in all their movies.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'll go tell Brian's mom.
That's actually not a
Miss
bad
Harris.
idea. I don't know why you would tell Miss Harris or continue to talk about Brian, but...
Okay, have this back Saturday night before midnight.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, hi, Kristen. How's it going?
Pretty bogus, actually. I'm babysitting again this weekend. Babysitting's such a drag.
I know how you feel.
Bogus, bro.
So you ready to check out?
What's funny, too, is Bogus and Drag were probably outdated by the time they made
Oh,
this.
of course. Those were
You know what I
inundated
mean?
for 9 seconds.
Yeah, and but by the time they made this training video, those kids who were her age watching the training video were like, nobody says bogus anymore.
Bogus.
And now they're all 50.
Oh, sure.
Losers.
What now?
You want to keep an eye on this. I see an opportunity coming.
Brian's pulling in the parking lot.
Hold on a second.
Hey, are you okay? You look a little freaked out.
Huh? Oh, Yeah, I was just checking the monitor. That's all.
So now this person notices that she's talking to someone that isn't there.
And says something to her and she lies it away.
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
Now, like, oh, didn't you see that guy in the TV who was being mean to me?
Yeah, I was getting berated by a guy with a leopard shirt.
Yeah, I was getting berated by a 30-year-old man who's concerned about my teenage dating activities.
And I think he has a Jerry curl.
Yeah, let's check that out on the next run. His hair is interesting.
See what? What? Like, am I on hidden videos or something?
No. Hey, Kristen, haven't you checked this video out several times before?
Yeah, at least 5 times. I mean, I could have bought it by now, you know?
Why don't you buy it? You know, all our tapes are for sale.
No kidding? That's great, I'll take it. Oh, and you know what else? My little brother Spike has a birthday coming up. He's a regular.
What's her little brother's name?
Spike.
Her little brother Spike. I'm sure that's his real name. I did only want to jump in here to remind people who may have not been old enough. If you bought movies from Blockbuster, they were like $40. But
yeah, crazy.
But that's what I was going to say about those mom and pop spots is they would put like videos that had been rented out a bunch of times, or they had a bunch of copies of a movie that didn't rent very well. You could buy them for like $5, $10, $15.
No, yeah, I worked at Elmo's Video.
The Trauma series is another thing I remember. I don't know, did you ever see Toxic Avenger or Tromeo and Juliet or any of that? Yeah, see, we saw a lot of. You got to talk into that microphone.
We had at the video store I worked at, we had like Faces of Death and stuff like that they didn't have other places.
That was way more widely mainstream than people realize. Although a lot of it was fake, but that's a conversation for another time. Yeah, that monkey thing fucked me up.
Star Trek maniac. He wears Spock ears to school and everything. But if I only knew which show he wanted, I could buy it for him now.
Blockbuster.
Hey, why don't you rent a tape now and then see if he mentions one of his favorite episodes to you?
Oh, geez, that's a great idea.
I mean, she's killing it to me.
Now I don't have to give him a Vulcan mind nut or something. Hey, where are your Star Trek videos?
Oh, Brett can show you where. Thanks. And I'll just hold these for you.
Oh, that's where
See you, Kristen.
What? Hold on.
So, how was that?
It is often difficult to tell exactly where she screwed up because you're thinking correctly. That's why I wanted to set you up with the like every time he shows up.
Well, now I'm looking for where she dropped the ball. I think her interaction with the girl was good, but then the Star Trek, she passed it off to Greg. Why don't you know?
We'll see. We'll see what the ghost haunting her mind and her what her schizophrenic brain is telling her while working at Blockbuster.
Not bad. 1 out of 2. Not bad.
What do you mean, 1 out of 2?
Well, you rented and sold Kristen all the tapes she wanted, and that was great. But what about Spike?
Oh, that. Oh, don't worry. She'll be back. She just wanted to figure out which tape you wanted.
She doesn't have to. We have a great solution for customers that aren't sure about the perfect gift.
Oh, you're right. I always forget about the gift certificates until after they've left.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I should practice that.
See how unfair it is every time?
It is unfair.
Listen, think, act.
She's not doing any of those things.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
She's acting like she can't see this guy in front of other people. We've entered a deeper realm in this training video.
Well, and the fact that it's like he's playing with a loaded deck here because he knows about the gift cards.
Right.
She doesn't.
Would it have been outside of his powers to just jump in and be like, here's what you need to know? Hey, before you go, he could pop up before the girl comes to the counter like, hey, when she comes up here, she's going to ask about this, and this, because I already know about your crush on this dude and his stupid mom. And
we know you're trying to blow Brian later.
All right, calm down.
Time,
man. This is a
Spike
caller.
needs
Mute this man's
movies.
microphone.
Hey, we're way deep in.
No, we're too far. We're way past 10 minutes. And I'm kidding anyway. But yeah, because he is being creepy like that. I mean, he's being insanely creepy.
The fact that he mentioned Brian once is bad.
The fact that he keeps mentioning things about her life, and that's the other thing too. He's mentioning things about her life that would be for like a girl that age in this era would be
super personal.
Yeah, and like sort of like, you know, the things that exist in the back of her head. Am I doing okay at work? Does Brian like me? Oh, there's Brian's mom. And then this guy,
I don't know.
the freeze frame, this guy starts existing in the
Why don't
TV.
I come over and we'll get serious together?
Super Sage Video Company. The Super Sage Video Company.
Blockbuster Super Sage.
You have to select the finest window. Sorry.
Justice ring.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we'll get serious together. But yeah, this guy is popping out of the TV on her.
Yeah, he definitely has a parole officer.
Yeah. Or he's a figment of her imagination. They've already shown that she is the only one who can see and hear him.
And they did show
what sort of MK Ultra training were you getting at Blockbuster?
That was, showing that one TVs had the preview to Roxanne.
Yeah.
And one of them had him.
Yeah. He's like, no, everything's working fine.
Look over there.
I'm just right here. Yeah. I'm just right here. Roxanne, not a bad movie. Not a bad movie. Really fucking stupid, but not a bad movie. I think that was one of those movies that I was rented when I was little, and it just kept getting put in until I had to go
I saw
back.
That 1,000 times.
But I think that was the only. I don't think I ever seeked it out again.
No, it was just you rented it and you got to keep it for 4 days, so you watched it 100 times.
So you just watched it a bunch of times. Yeah. Anyway, where I was going with this was that this guy could probably have shown up ahead of time instead of on the back end and just being a dick.
The first day.
Yeah.
Just the guy.
Now she's going to meet a young man who is very interested in films and makes her job easier and probably really likes her. But he's a nerd. Audio listeners, go fuck yourself. We're just watching this.
$3 for everything.
Yep.
Excuse me, is there something I can help you find?
Oh, I doubt it. I'm a 60s movie buff, and I've been to 8 video stores in the last 3 days looking for the last movie, I don't know the name, that had both Peter Sellers and Woody Allen in it. Nobody has it.
That would be Casino Royale. It's a spoof on James Bond films.
Yeah, do that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's damn fine. That's damn
deep
good.
cut.
Yeah, that's a very deep cut.
Okay, now that I know the title, all I have to do is find it.
Oh, I don't know. That's a pretty rare title. Let's take a look.
Oh, great.
What in the world?
Buster, what's up?
Blockbuster carries thousands of titles, but they're not all in every store. You could make this a lot easier on yourself, plus show your customers how to find almost any movie they're looking for. Got it?
Got it.
You got it? Where?
No, I mean...
Tough shit, dork. Not that movie.
Not today, loser.
I've got a great idea. Have you ever seen our gigantic catalog called Video Log? It's got every movie title that's on video.
You mean there are more titles than what you have here?
That's right. Come on, I'll show you.
I see, these are things I didn't know about.
Yeah. No. Well, they used to do this in an effort to try to compete with like video stores that actually had like old movies you were looking for, because they would cycle through them so quickly.
Oh, here it is. Casino Royale. You know, if you ordered this today, it would probably be in by the end of the week. And I could call you, and you would be the proud owner of the last movie with Sellers and Allen.
Fantastic. That's just what I need for my collection.
Oh, what movies do you collect?
The comedies. And I'm just starting a Peter Sellers series. I really don't know much about his films.
Oh, he's one of my favorites, especially in The Pink Panther.
How is that your job at the video store, though? This is like someone coming into your hardware store and be like, I'm rebuilding my roof. How do I do this?
Yeah, no, it's like you work at Napa and somebody's got a carburetor I need to
Yeah. Like this.
No.
Hey, why not consider renting Return of the Pink Panther?
Oh, I haven't seen that in years. Great idea.
Okay, I'll go get you a copy.
Okay.
Don't forget to check out episode 9 of this podcast for more Peter Sellers talk.
Oh, yes.
See? Cross promotion between us and Blockbuster.
Yeah.
We're in and out of business. Oh, this guy. She's the only one who can hear that.
Yeah, and she is reacting as the...
Yeah. So if he's some sort of demon living in the TV to torture her, not helping her out in her social life by doing that and making her have an incident, and if it is in her head, Mrs. Harris should not let her anywhere near Brian.
Yeah, Brian should steer clear.
Yeah. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. Do you guys have Friday the 13th? Because it's happening right now in your house.
Brian. Just trying to get your attention.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd rather you stick with the whistle. What is it this time?
And now she's
I found
standing in the
man who's
full
moving.
store talking to
Yes.
herself at a TV.
And you're still batting.
That's probably showing a
500.
preview for Roxanne.
How so?
You remember? Listen, think, act.
Right. Peter Sellers comedy movies for rent.
Good. Now think again.
PVT tapes. That's right. Pink Panther movies are for sale.
See, she killed that whole thing. He still had to show up and be like, get it up better. Get it better.
Well, yeah, I thought she did great.
So
Yeah.
maybe you could show him the PVT tapes?
What is PVT?
Previously viewed tapes, I'm guessing.
Right.
Well, I'm not guessing. I remember it.
Okay, here's your tapes and your popcorn and your Raisinets. You'll be a real hit with Brian and all his friends.
Oh, and don't forget, have these back Saturday by midnight.
Okay, thanks. Oh, and if you see Brian, tell him Mom's delivery service has him covered.
Okay.
Thanks for all your
I
help.
never seen
Bye-bye.
Brian. I thought he was with you. Oh, God, here goes this guy. He's out to make her day worse.
Hey, what's the big idea? Oh, you again.
Big idea.
Look, I haven't missed an opportunity.
Hey,
in
was
at
the big
least
idea? It was
15
like
minutes.
a 50s thing.
No, you've been doing great. But there's a real challenge coming your way. This isn't going to be your ordinary opportunity.
Well, I'll be fine.
Uh-oh.
It's just
Where
a
are we going?
matter of listening, thinking, and acting.
Listening, thinking, and acting too. I think the thing that pisses me off about this more than the like negging Damon in the TV is that as an employee, I would be like, how much shit do you want me? I work at Blockbuster
For minimum.
and it's my summer of my junior year in 1993.
Yeah.
How much of the, what do you expect me?
And the last thing people want at Blockbuster is you to come up and talk to them.
No, but they will seek you out.
They will ask you the
once
question.
1 in 100 customers would be susceptible to you being like, well, here's a completely different movie
And
you
this is
might
the question
like.
you're going to get 98% of the time. So you don't have any more Tekken 2?
Yeah, right. It'll be
so
one thing.
So the Tekken 2 is... Mom, there's no Tekken 2.
Yeah, they would be,
Yeah.
and even someone looking for a movie, they'd be like, we have all these copies. Like, well, we're out.
It's the Green Mile. It
Yeah.
just came out. Everyone's watching it.
There's nothing to it.
Good. And remember,
He's already setting
anything
her
a
up for
customer
failure.
says or does can be a clue. And sometimes you have to listen very carefully to hear an opportunity.
Thanks, but I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but
Here comes Marge Simpson.
baby girl.
You know, the one that keeps trying to introduce you to her son, Doug.
Oh, wait. Hold
Doug's a
on.
nerd.
What? We have another person?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So, and also this was clearly made in the early 90s before they understood the magnitude of the IP they were taking on. I believe he says the woman whose coming's name is Marge Simpson. I can't remember, but I think
I
that's
thought
what
I
he
heard
said.
Marge for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Here comes Marge Simpson. You know, the one that keeps trying to introduce you to her son, Doug.
Doug's a nerd.
Yeah, maybe so. But
Dang.
Mrs. Simpson is an opportunity, if you can find it.
Hello,
You
Mrs.
can-
Simpson.
If you can pimp Doug a little bit,
Is that what?
we'll run another video.
Hi, Marie. Marie, have you ever met my son, Douglas?
Hi, Doug.
Hello, Marie.
Hello, Marie.
So,
And he's just bullying Douglas?
Yeah, that's what was just happening.
looks like you have everything you wanted.
He's
Yes,
big.
but sometimes I just can't make up my mind. You have such a large selection.
I know. We have over 6,000 titles in our store.
Problem is, my husband Richard, He just goes bananas if I spend more than $10 on movies.
Unless
of
it's
course,
weird
he
porn.
spends that on fishing lures and never thinks twice about it. And I really wanted 2 more tapes.
$10 limit.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just come in the store more often? You get 2 or 3 more tapes each week. That way you'd stay below your husband's $10 limit and you'd get to see more movies each month.
Well, you are so helpful and clever.
What? Okay,
Duh,
I'm
isn't
confused. Hold on.
We need to get it. What just happened? Where she was like, "I support your husband in limiting you to $10 in movie rentals."
So let me teach you how to come in.
Work around it.
$3 a day.
Yeah.
3 times a week.
Work around it.
You still.
He's sweet.
She's sunshine on a cloudy day.
Oh, Doug.
Right.
Doug,
Is there anything else I can get you? We have a special on microwave popcorn.
No, I don't
Doug's
think
no
so.
Brian, and I ain't even
Besides,
seen
honestly,
Brian
I don't
yet.
think that
Brian, and
clunker
Brian's
of a
got him blown
VCR
away.
is going to make it through all these tapes. The picture just isn't clear anymore.
Don't even think about it.
Well, I don't think about it, Marie, but it really is getting bad.
Have you
Creepy,
cleaned your
weird.
VCR
She
heads
can only
recently?
hear that guy.
No. Come to think of it, I don't think we ever have.
Well, they say you should every 20 hours or so. This is what we use on ours here in the store.
Oh?
I think it does a really good job.
This is a VCR head cleaner.
Maybe I'll give it a
For
try.
people
I've never
who don't
used
remember that. No, I had a head cleaner.
Okay, that'll be
1584.
right. 1584.
Fucking dork.
Doug's autistic, please.
Sorry, in 1993, he's a dork.
2, 3, 4. Hello, Doug.
Goodbye, Marie. Parting is
Hoffman, and
such
he's
sweet
taking me to
sorrow.
He has a way
Yeah.
with words, doesn't he?
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget, Saturday before midnight.
And also, Doug looks pretty normal. Seems tall, like, you know.
So,
But
how was I?
You were terrific.
you were horribly mean to
Now,
that autistic
You ready to go out
child.
on your own?
Honestly, I'm not
He's
sure.
not dragging
I
him
mean,
in.
I almost missed out on that opportunity with Mrs. Simpson.
But you didn't.
Marge Simpson.
So tell
But
me,
yeah,
what have you
he's
learned?
literally like, everything you did was cool
Well,
there.
To listen to the customers very carefully
Yeah.
and to think because anything they do or say may be signs of their needs. And to act on the opportunities once you see or hear them.
I feel like that could also be like, listen, think, act. Now we'll get into serial killing.
Right?
Because I
Like,
live in a TV and you're the only one who can see me. The next training video.
If I can get you to sell Mrs. Simpson.
Yeah.
To stay within her budget, because Mr. Simpson will beat her ass if she doesn't. I can get you to do anything.
Anything I want.
And then to give the customers the kind of service they expect. That's about it, isn't it? Well, that takes care of that. I guess now I'm the opportunity expert.
Okay already. I should have told him about the VCP rentals and cables.
Joan?
Oh, Marie.
Have we found a little friend to talk to?
Oh, friend? Oh, no. I was...
Right.
This is like the house on Haunted Hill. Just
that
like
Brian?
pass
Brian
him
in the
off.
blue
Hold
shirt?
on. Yeah, hold on.
Hi, Marie.
Oh, Brian!
You're 35.
Why is Brian still in this?
It's the prize at the end. If you do right at Blockbuster, the prize at the
You
end
get
is
Brian?
the man of your dreams, who is clearly 15 years older than you.
Brian Harris! You just missed your mom, but I helped her pick out some great videos. I hear you're having a little get-together over at your house.
Yeah.
Hey, just remember, listen, think, and act. And, tell Buster I said hi. So, let me show you his videos.
Look at his eyes.
That's it. That's the end of the video. After this is the credits. But somehow Buster Sales is, I mean, it's like a Freddy Krueger
Buster
character.
Sales, that's great. Though,
Yeah,
man.
he's somehow creeping on from beyond the grave, I guess.
He was so proud. This actor. He
Yeah.
was showing this to his mom. Like,
And
Mom,
who
who wrote this, approved this, paid for
the
this?
the end part where it's like, oh, and if you come to work for Blockbuster, you could be indoctrinated by a pedophilic demon from the other side and get the
also
man of your
maybe
dreams.
meet Brian.
And you can meet your Brian.
Your Brian's.
We've done enough damage here at the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Yeah, I think
We're
that's
going to
good.
sign out. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Do something. Hit us up, 847-665-9238. You got anything else?
I'm Josh.
I'm Graham, and this has been another exciting episode of the Ministry of Silly Talk podcast. And I hope you find your Brian.
There you go. 847-665-9238.
Late night shift at Blockbuster, stacking up the shelves, trying to do my job right, but I'm haunted by someone else. He's in the TV screens, whispering in my ear. Buster Sales, he's always lurking, bringing me down. He tells me, girl, you ain't working hard, you ain't even trying. Push the premium rentals and go date that man named Brian. But I don't want his game, no, I don't want his lies. The story's suffocating, but I won't compromise. Buster Sales, you don't own me, no, you never will. Trying to tell me how to live, but I'm standing still. You can scream from the screens, but I ain't gonna fold. I'll be free from your grip, I'm breaking that hold. Brian comes in with his shades, trying to act so cool, but I'm not that girl, no, I ain't nobody's fool. Buster saying, girl, don't fight it, he's your destiny, but love ain't something you can push with your late fee policy. I'm selling movies, but I ain't selling me. I got dreams bigger than this rental industry. Buster Sales wants control, but I'll fight till the end. He wants me lost and rewind, but I'm about to transcend. Buster Sales, you don't own me, no, you never will. Trying to tell me how to live, but I'm standing still. You can scream from the screens, but I ain't gonna fold. I'll be free from your grip, I'm breaking that hold. I'll rise up from these aisles and leave him behind. Won't let his words poison my mind. He wants me weak, but I'm strong as steel. My heart ain't something he can steal. I won't date Brian, and I won't upsell. I'm living my life, I'm breaking the spell. Buster Sales, your time's running out. I'm moving on, hear me shout. Buster Sales, you don't own me, no, you never will. Trying to tell me how to live, but I'm standing still. You can scream from the screens, but I ain't gonna fold. I'll be free from your grip, I'm breaking that hold. Late night shift, yeah, I'm almost gone. Buster's quiet now, guess I won this round. I'll leave my Buster behind, live my life loud. Buster Sales, you can't bring me down. Late night shift, yeah, I'm almost gone. Buster's quiet now, guess I won this round. I'll leave Blockbuster behind to live my life loud. Buster Sales, you can't bring me down.